Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna take this great opportunity to talk about this Ford Expedition a little bit. Let me walk around the vehicle so you see what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm gonna take the opportunity to talking about this guy right here. I have this car a rental from my enterprise for my trip down to Florida. I had to hold the whole family down there, so I needed a big SUV. I was initially looking for a Yukon, but they didn't have it, so this is what I got. It's a Ford Expedition, just a regular. Okay, it's got a captain chairs on the side, on the back here, and a third row seat, so it was perfect for me, my parents, and my two kids to go down on a trip. And driving down to Florida, we end up putting let me see here, 2,651 miles right now. So I'm gonna give you a little bit review, but I am not gonna do a review like you're used to watching on a YouTube. You know, these guys that try to be a professional reviewers, so they separate the cars on a segment. They go on the front first, talking about the front end, talking about the headlights, talking about the hood, talking about the doors, talking about the front seats, talking about the back seat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you every Joe review. What was like driving this car all the way down to Florida and back, what kind of gas mileage I got, and what do I think about. Quite frankly, first of all, I want to let you guys know that I was looking forward to check out this EcoBoost engine. This truck got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost twin turbo. I believe, don't quote me for it, I believe it puts out 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. And I was looking forward to driving a Ford vehicle with this EcoBoost engine, because you know it's all over the place. That EcoBoost this, EcoBoost that, EcoBoost fuel efficient, EcoBoost so strong, you know. It's got a power of a V8 and all of that stuff. But okay, let me start with the vehicle. Okay, so this is like a 3-row seats full-size SUV. It's got a lot of luxuries items in it, but this is not a luxury vehicle, guys. You know, big disappointment once you get into this car. In this car, you know, the seats are leather seats. There appears to be nice, you know. And then when you start driving it, you realize that this is just a very, very cheaply made people hauler. So very, very cheap. Like, look over here, nothing matches on a dashboard. Look at this, look at this. It's a wrinkly ass plastic all over the place. The truck, when you drive it on a nice and smooth surface drives nice, but as soon as you hit the broken up pavement, this thing is a tin can with a bunch of marbles in there. The rattles like crazy. It drives me nuts. So I'm not sure how much this vehicle cost to purchase it brand new, but I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say it's around $65,000. It's a Ford Expedition Limited, so around $65,000. And let me tell you, I will not pay that price for this car. I would never buy this car. So the interior, it's crappy. It doesn't drive very good. It handles like a boat. I was having a tough time keeping this car straight in a freeway in between the lines, guys. I'm telling you, this is not a very good vehicle. I hope the Ford F-150s drive better than this, because from what I'm understanding is this vehicle is made on a platform of F-150, so I hope the F-150 drives better than this. I was very disappointed with the ride quality, with the way the car handles. I mean, you can hear it. You hear a little bit bumps and it rattles inside. But listen to this. Can you hear the squeaking? The cheap plastics. it's all over the place. It squeaks and rattles and it's terrible in here. But anyways, you know, it's not a luxury vehicle. I don't know if Ford claims this to be a luxury vehicle, but this is not a luxury vehicle. It drives terrible, it rattles, squeaks. I can't stand it, quite frankly. But that's the bad side of it. You know, the good side of it is it is very roomy on the inside. You know, it's roomy. The seats are halfway decent. You know, the passengers didn't complain very much driving all the way down to Florida, so it wasn't too bad. But if you ask me personally, would I buy this vehicle for myself to spend that kind of money? I would tell you absolutely bloody not. I wouldn't even lease it. We take that out of the way now. Let me tell you something about the motor. This EcoBoost. I was looking forward driving this EcoBoost, guys. This EcoBoost engine, to give the credit for the credit is due, this EcoBoost, it runs pretty good, guys. I mean, I gotta tell you, it does run pretty good. I mean, this thing got a torque. See, it always operates down there. It's got a 10-speed transmission. You're doing 80 miles an hour and it's 1500 RPM. You give it a little gas, and this thing build a boost like crazy, and it pulls very, very nicely, and the engine is very, very smooth. However, the transmission is very clunky. I don't know if that's the tuning that Ford did with it, but it's very clunky. I don't like the way the transmission is behaving. But as far as the engine goes, guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get on it a little bit over here. You see what I'm talking about? This thing runs very good. You see that boost gauge? Yeah, this thing, here's the rattle. This thing runs very good. I'm very, very surprised how well that EcoBoost engine runs. Now let's be talking about the gas mileage a little bit. So over 2,600 miles, this thing did 22 miles to the gallon. You can see it right there, you know. And I have hard calculated few gas tanks down there, and it was anywhere from 21.5 to 22.5. So average 22 miles to the gallon, that was it. And let me tell you, you know, for such a small engine and how Ford is pushing this car is very economical and whatnot, this engine is not economical, guys. I'm gonna give you an example. About 2 years ago, I went down there on the same trip. I had a Cadillac Escalade 6.2 V8 with a 10-speed transmission. That truck was getting 22.5 miles to the gallon. 22.5. So comparing this motor to that motor, this engine is not efficient. I'm gonna compare it also to my Dodge Durango that I went down there. That one was a 5.7 Hemi. That one was getting 24 all day long. Same people in the car, same road, same everything. So that being said, this engine is not very efficient, guys. I gotta say that it's not very efficient. I don't know why Ford is pushing so much, but this engine is not very efficient. So there you guys have it. That's all I gotta say about this Expedition with a twin turbo 3.5 EcoBoost engine. Very crappy interior, not a very good ride, very strong running engine, and not very efficient. Thank you very much for listening, and right now I will go to record some 0 to 60 videos, so that video is gonna be following up after this one. Have a good one.